And we're live. There we are. Alrighty. What's up, Luke?
Nice.
Hey. Zach?
Hey.
Coming out of school, Luke?
No, church.
Oh, church. Looking sharp. Oh, yeah, we all went to church today.
Looking
That's right.
spiffy.
We did.
I slept in, so I went to the second service.
I did as well, yeah.
How was school this week? How's it been adjusting?
Adjusting's been hard, but the classes themselves are solid.
Yeah. What do you got this year?
I got philosophy of youth, so with kiddos, kind of working how their mind works, how they respond, and how to, change lives biblically through counseling. That's another class, biblical counseling. It's with an awesome teacher too, Brother Shetler. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, Dr. Shetler is this biblical counseling.
Mm-hmm.
He has like a phrase you have to memorize. It's like
Changing lives biblically.
there you go.
Yeah.
Biblically. I knew biblically was in there.
Yeah. He's like, oh yeah, I forgot one more thing. Changing lives biblically. And then, just to move on, practical theology in English class. That's about it. I know there's one more. I just can't think of it.
How about you, Zach?
Yeah, just lots of solid classes this semester. I'm taking Greek, which is pretty difficult. I only had 2 classes this week, and it's already been a little rough. I'm pretty lost. They'd say it's all Greek to me. So
Wait. Wait, 2 classes of Greek?
No, I'm only in one. I've had 2 class periods, and they're progressing really quick. And I feel like everyone's getting it but me, and I feel like I'm super behind. So
You got the whole alphabet?
not yet.
Oh, man. You
I
gotta
mean,
get that.
I was working on it last night actually, so I'm almost there. And it was like alpha, beta, gamma, delta,
Yoda.
Yeah,
Or maybe
epsilon.
it's epsilon, Yoda. I don't know the
zeta,
order.
eta, theta, Yoda.
Dude, you're
kappa.
there. You got it.
Yeah, I can't get the
Yeah,
rest.
I
I know it
have
ends.
no
It
clue
ends in
what we're talking
omega.
When I see them, I know them, but I didn't memorize that alphabet,
Yeah,
unfortunately. It's cool, though.
It's difficult, yeah. But yeah, I have some night classes on Monday and Tuesday. So like Christian Marriage in the Home, super good class. Taking it with my girlfriend. And then I have Book of Joshua on Tuesday night. So that's like a 2-hour class period, 7 to 9. So it's a really good class. I enjoy both of those. So
Dude, that's super practical. You got your girl. You
Yeah.
you're just like elbowing her. Write that down.
No, she does that to me the whole class period. No, it's good though. It's a really good class. We're learning a ton, and it's I enjoy that class a lot.
That's awesome. Yeah, well, so you guys are the first 2 college students to get a close. And then Trevor, you're the first guy that came from, to move into the apartment that we just opened.
Right.
Man, I just want to hear kind of like from all you guys, your story. Like, what was it that you felt led to come to this opportunity? Now, I know, just to preface it, Trevor's done this with me last year, and we did it for like a short, couple months. But then he went back to his old job, and then, I think it was the Iron Mill posting. How did you hear that we were back at it again, and then you just...
Yeah, honestly, I was just on Instagram and I seen your video and you were kind of just like going over like a correlation, and I kind of seen the difference because I'm used to the Jungle U background, and I kind of seen like the difference of the whiteboard background. So I was like, oh, what is he up to? And I kind of just like looked at the page, and you've always been a great leader, man. So I was just like, man, I'm gonna hit him up and see maybe I come back out there, because I got a chip on my shoulder, man. So it's like, so I'm coming back, right? So
Yeah, and man, there is nothing... you got to wear that chip on your shoulder. I like having a chip on my shoulder. And it's not like a defensive one. He came and he just didn't perform how he wanted to. He came in literally for a month or almost 2, not a single close. And it was really the culture I had allowed to slip away as a leader. And then he comes out here and going from 2 months no deals to literally in 2 days he's got a deal already and more coming.
right.
So is there like a different mind frame that's noticeable from now and then, or?
I mean, definitely, like, when I came into it last year, I definitely didn't have my whys, like, in my head, it's just, I think I was more in it for the money, and, but over the time of, like, learning the culture and stuff like that, I kind of, like, learned to miss it once I, like, got the opportunity, and, like, it was taken, like, not taken from me, but I didn't take advantage of it. To get it back is like, I'm not going to mess it up again. Like that chip on my shoulder, it's a Dorito Cool Ranch chip. And I love those. And I'm letting it sit there,
That's good, man. Well, that's how you know God's involved, because God is a God of second chances. And
Yeah.
I know you've got, is it just one daughter? Do you have two?
You got two.
Wow, two daughters now, man. That's a
Yeah.
great why to have.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Got to, man. You got to provide, and not even just provide, just to like be successful, so they have that someone to look up to, like to grind, to earn for what you get. You know what I'm saying? Not everything's handed to you. So
I agree. Yeah. I mean, that's really, again, that's what iron sharpens iron. That's what our goal should be, is that not just to be rich, because rich is temporary. Rich is will burn with the earth,
Right.
But being a father who creates a legacy, and you have a seed of souls that will look up to you. I think Paul Chappell said in his sermon today that, if you let your standards slip, and your children see somebody who's bitter, your children see someone who's inconsistent, you'll lose the opportunity to see a child who gets faith for themselves. So when you build and establish faith, whether you're a man who's just working, a man going to school, because even my dad went back to school, and that was inspiring to me. I'm like, dang, my dad's raising his family and he's going back to school at the same time. Like,
yeah,
what a
right,
guy.
Right. It's inspiring, motivating for sure.
Yeah, man. I love that, man. I hope your daughters have, I think they already do have a great father to look up to.
Thank you. I appreciate that, man. Yeah.
Yeah. How about you guys? How you guys feeling? What was your guys' kind of like push or motivation? What was your journey to get to this job?
You kind of just inspired me. You gave me comfort knowing that you kind of take me under your wing. I think I came last year. I do remember you, Trevor. Of course,
Yeah, right
I remember
when I was
each other.
leaving, right
I
when
remember
I
the
was
old
leaving.
team. That was such a funny environment to be around. And I was like, man, I want to come work for you. And you helped me last semester. And then I feel like last semester was a little bit different because I kind of idolized this job. I put this job in front of God, in front of school. So what I did is during the summertime, I was like, well, I'm just going to stray away from the job. But then my parents were worried for me. So, they gave you that call. And once that call happened, they called me to like, this is what we want you to do. So just an act of obedience. And I think God really blessed that because I'm putting him first, putting school first rather than the job. And wow.
He rewarded you instantly. 3 closes in your first week. That's a record for you, isn't it?
It is.
Wow. And what a leap of faith. Because I could tell, man, I mean, when you come back from a summer like that, I mean, yeah, God showed you a lot of growth, and you just want to make sure you're in God's will.
Yeah.
And I think that's all he wanted from you. I think it's almost better that you said at first, you know what, I don't want to come back. I want to see what God has for me.
Mm-hmm.
Because then God revealed to you that as long as your heart's in the right place, then he'll bless you. You can come back, but it's not the job that's making it a good decision. It's making sure God's involved that made a good decision. You go to another job and God's not involved, it'll be bad. Come back to this job, God's not involved, it'll be bad. Same. So, yeah, I was confident that as long as you go to another job, you make sure that you have your faith in the Lord. He'll guide your path. And then way to listen to your mom. I'm glad because we already know the economy, man.
Yeah.
Even our own parents, everybody. It's a struggling world, and yeah, man, just you gotta rely on God to provide.
Yeah. Do you guys ever have family members that beat around the bush? That's kind of what they were doing with that conversation. They were beating around the bush. Okay, I was like, just get to the point. Do you want me to work for my cousin or not? They're like, yes, we do. I'm like, okay. And I gave you that call right after that. They're telling me, they're giving me like facts like, well, you got to worry about this, you got to worry about that. I'm just like, just let me know. And so.
I mean, it's a lot, man. Your guys' school bill's like $2,800 a month. How much is it a month? 26.
No idea. I know it's like $8,600 a semester now.
Yeah.
So
it's a lot.
Yeah, do the math. It's a lot.
I mean,
a lot. Wow.
Yeah, I went and paid in full and I was off campus, and it was like $6,000 for that. And
wow.
I mean, that was like, I was like, wow. I was like, and I don't even have room and board. Oh, those boys are getting crushed over there. So you have that involved. You have a phone bill, car insurance, and so, just that's a lot of weight for what are you, 18, 19? 19. Dude, yeah, it's a lot of weight, and your mom sees a good opportunity, and I think that you've already in this week alone, you've got 2 school bills worth of paid. That's a blessing.
Awesome. Now it's just putting it where it belongs.
Exactly. So yeah, don't get it. Yeah, don't let the money guide you. Just let the discipline guide you.
Mm-hmm.
And that leaves you, Zach.
Yeah, So I feel like the Lord just kind of dropped this job in my lap. I texted you. What was it, like a month before the semester started, maybe around there? And I texted you on Instagram. I saw the Iron Mill post and stuff, and I was like, hey, like I knew you from on campus, and stuff. I've seen you around. I knew Sam worked for you and stuff, and I just kind of shot you a text like, hey, do you have any openings Like any jobs? You said, yeah, we're actually looking for guys to get on the team right now. I said, perfect. You FaceTimed me, explained the job to me. I said, dude, this sounds awesome. Like, I want to get on board as soon as possible. And then flew out like a day early or something, and then got to meet the team. And then, yeah, it was honestly, I love getting to know. I never got to know Luke. I've seen it on campus. I go Trent as well. I've seen them on campus. I never got to like know them. You know what I mean? But then you got guys here like Trevor, and you got Daniel, you got Keenan, just some cool guys to be around. Guys like Luke and Gideon, just some awesome guys, role models to look after in this job. I'd say my why right now is looking forward to the future. There's a lot on my plate right now, I guess you could say. And I'm working towards a goal. That goal right now is marriage, I guess you could say. Finishing up school, marriage, and then, going into the ministry. So right now in this job, I'm going to be all in as much as I can be. I know I just made some other commitments with, I'm playing basketball this year. I have school to worry about. I have my girlfriend, which I love very much, but it's going to be a lot on our plate. I got to work too and give all I can to this job. So right now it's a lot on my plate, and I was just coming to a decision like two or 3 days ago with basketball. I was like, God, if I want to do your will, because I don't care if it's hard or not. Like, God, if it's your will, I don't have to worry. I was talking to my girlfriend about this. If it's God's will for me to play basketball, I don't have to worry. I need to do my part, let him worry about the rest, and he'll work it all out. Like, that's up to God. So I like fasted one day. I was praying and finally just came to a decision, decided on playing basketball. And literally the day before the close on Saturday, I was talking to my dad, and I was also talking to my girlfriend's dad, who's kind of invested in my life. He's a great guy. He's a pastor in Florida.
That's great to hear. You got support. That's awesome.
Yeah, safety and multitude of counselors. So I was just seeking a lot of counsel, and they were talking about like maybe by next Friday, if I had nothing to show for it, for all this work that I've been putting in for this job, if I had nothing to show for it, maybe look at other places, which makes sense. And then literally the next day, like, deal closed. I'm like, dude, 10 kilowatt system, like, dude,
whale.
so many doors.
Whale.
Yeah, so many.
Not even just like an average
It's
small.
crazy.
It's like a fattest system you could throw in
that's
there.
I know.
Huge.
So like,
Huge.
God literally just put it in my lap, and it's like right there. So I feel like so many doors were open. Just with basketball, doors were opened. With his job, doors were opened like at the exact right time that I needed. Like, it only could have been of God. Like, it was. I know now that it's his will for me to be here. It's his will for me to play ball. I know I've already settled in my heart. It's God's will to be with my girlfriend right now. So right now, I guess like the theme of my life is just pursuing God's will, which should be every Christian's theme, but kind of more of an emphasis on it now. I've just been seeking the Lord day in and day out, and just even when I'm out in the doors late at night, 8:30, 9, just like, God, give me one. Just give me one, Lord. Just keep praying and praying and praying, and he provides. So yeah.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does.
Yeah, that's my favorite part of this job. Brian Vargas said it perfect, how it's a faith job. It's a job where like you really just have to give it to the Lord and say, you know what? I can't just say it's going to be there today. I have to go get it. Mm-hmm. And man, I think what the best part about doing this in college at the same time is that you're going to have to learn balance. Mm-hmm. That was what you were trying to learn this summer, right? Yeah, struggling, And everyone struggles with that. I struggle with balancing this job and my marriage. I struggle with balancing this job and being involved in the ministry at all, or, just even seeing my normal family. Like your life, we're cursed as men to have to work, and we're always going to have to balance our duties as a man to work, but our balanced duty as a man to, provide for a family as the head of a home, which involves, maybe head of a ministry, head of your, whatever it is. But I know the biggest issue that men are struggling with today that are involved in working is that they get too identified with their professions. They get obsessed with it, and all they live is work, and they're willing to no longer see their family to make money, and they're convincing themselves that because the money is providing for the family that they're being providers, but you need to provide more than just money. And finding a balance takes, like you were just saying, surrendering, man. We just got to surrender our hearts to God. And, I hope that you guys stay in this job a long time, but if it's God's will for you, to move on at any time, to go find another opportunity, like, just let it be God's will, and he's going to guide. And as of right now, though, I think that you guys are on a great path up. There's great things in the future right now.
I agree.
You know, so
big things coming right now. I believe, honestly, I just feel it coming. Big things coming this year and next year. You know, just it's the continuance right now, honestly. Because we're all on a roll right now. Like everybody on the team, like people getting sets and stuff like that. Like, you know, people are getting motivated off the closes and stuff like that right now. Like this week was a great week for us. I'm not gonna lie. It was a great week for us for sure.
Set a new record, right?
Yeah, that's a new record for the team. It was needed.
Crazy.
It's needed because, I mean, when you guys first came out that first week, we were already gauging for it. You heard it on the podcast. Like we're discussing, like all you guys are gonna see is guys who have already been doing it for 3 months getting closes, right? You didn't get to see them go through a struggle. So we have to get you guys through a struggle and get you to believe that you guys can do it too. That's why I'm so thankful for you, bro. Because I knew you could do it. You know, you've already done it before. And so I believe, honestly, other guys seeing you being consistent and you being one of the youngest on the team as well, that it gives a lot of guys confidence. Like, I can do it too. And then when other guys get that confidence in themselves and they start doing it, it's a well-oiled machine. You know?
Praise God. Well, I just want people, when they see, I mean, I give credit to God because they were divine appointments, but I want people to see God in my life. I want him to judge me based on my faith, not my results. And that comes with consistency.
Yes.
So
Amen to that.
That's good. Judged by your faith, not your results. That's good. Yeah, because it's not money that makes a man. Just for sure. You know, I just think that that it's that discipline that you have. That was one of the things that struck me last year. That you stayed out on the doors always like the longest, you know. And I don't think that the guy who gets the most sets in a day did the best. It's the guy who showed up the earliest and left the latest. The guy who put it all out there and worked the hardest, you know. Because that, we just said earlier, hard work beats talent when talent don't work hard. So yeah, that's what we're all learning right now.
Yeah,
definitely. Especially with all these young dudes, man. Like it's very motivating, you know. Like it really is. Like Luke, like, you know, he's 17, you know. Like I'm not gonna lie. Like when I came here, like seeing how, like, you know, because I'm 29, I'm gonna be 30 next month. Help me.
Another birthday coming up?
Yeah, on the 4th. Don't remind me. But, you know, just like you, like Luke, like even Zach, you know, like you guys like grinding, you know, like at such a young age, like you guys don't know like what the peak level is for your guys' success, you know, coming like very soon, you know. Like how old are you?
20,
19. Yeah, like, you know, you can't even imagine your life 5 years from now if you keep this discipline and like what you guys are doing right now. It's only meant for elevation right now, for sure.
Same for you, man. I hope that all the success you have, you can be putting into your daughters, man.
Most definitely, that's the goal. So just be stable again, you know, and just work the balance of, like, you know, work and family, and just, you know, like just getting that back, you know. And it's just, it all starts with God, you know. So I'm just glad I'm here, you know, because this is just a really like faith believed like program right now. Like this team is just very faith based, you know.
Yeah, it has to be. Yeah, it's not always fun because, you know, you guys 3 are the first ones on the board this week, but there's a couple other guys who aren't yet, you know. And so for that week of work, I mean, how long have we been? This is 2 weeks for you now? You just passed 2 weeks, and you came in mid last week?
I came in on Saturday.
Last week? Oh, dude,
yeah,
that is just
the same Saturday last. Was that last week?
No,
that was 2 weeks ago. It was
2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Can you believe that? How time flies?
It was quick.
Yeah. I mean, what do you guys? What can you guys give that got you through, you know, that week or two of nothing, where it feels like no hope? You know, what got you through it? And now that you're on the other side of just at least one, what are you gonna do to implement that work to get you forward?
I would say that the guys around me really pushed, like seeing Luke get results, seeing Gideon get results on those days where it just felt like, what am I even doing out here? Like, what's the point of all this?
It's that exact sentence in your head too.
Yes. It's like,
it's what the narrator's saying in the brain.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's so
Zach doing?
Honestly, it sucks. Like some days it's just, you go out, you get yelled at, you get, you know, Keenan said some problems at some doors, you get shoved, you get pushed. The thing with Luke the other day, you just have problems. And like, honestly, I feel like you just have to have like a short memory, or like a just keep a clean slate in your mind. Like the next door is the one.
Very joyful spirit on the doors.
Yes. And you really got to ask the Lord for that, for sure.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Just keep, like, the Lord is the Lord is my strength. The joy of the Lord is my strength. So just keep asking for the joy of the Lord, and He'll give you that strength to keep going.
Yeah.
I love
Amen. Amen.
There's so many verses I can do that can attest to that. Like, it's like a cheerful,
heart. Do it good like a medicine.
like a medicine.
Yeah.
Thank you. There's that, and then He's not given us spirit of fear, but of love and a sound mind. Yeah. Like God's who is the unending, untapped well.
I can do all things through Christ.
Yeah, you can get all the energy, all the joy, all of the satisfaction you need, but you have to draw it from Christ. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and if you're just drawing it from your Instagram reels, oh man, you're in for trouble.
Yeah. A short-term reward. So stupid.
Yeah, that's great though, because you said short memory. Right, so you have to have a short memory of the loss, and you have to avoid the short-term gratification. Yeah, you choose the long-term gratification. Man, that's tough. It's easier said than done.
Yeah,
especially in the hard time.
Yeah, instant gratification is like a disease.
Yeah,
'cause you get hooked on that. Mm-hmm. Like last night, I was up later than I should be. My excuse, waiting for laundry. Could have been reading. Just like, it's easy to slip back into habits that that you've already slain, but it's just like when you're comfortable, that's when they sneak up on you.
Dude, are you talking about Instagram?
No, not Instagram. It's YouTube Shorts.
Oh, YouTube Shorts.
Thing.
Just scrolling in general.
Yeah, just scrolling in general. Yeah.
I'm reading a black hole right there. You just get looped into it.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, it's 30 minutes later. You went through like 20 reels.
Yeah. I'm reading a book right now called Atomic Habits by James Clear. My friend gave it to me because he read it and he's like, dude, this changed my life. And I'm just in the first chapter of it. But right now he's kind of emphasizing not falling in love with the results, but falling in love with the system behind the results. So like falling in love with the process. So instead of, like if you go to the gym and you work out or whatever, if you're just working out to get a pump or just to look good at the time, what's the point? Like you're just going to, at the end of the day, it's just a pump and it's going to wear off after. If you don't go to the gym after 2 or 3 days, you're going to be back to where you were, maybe even smaller.
Yep.
So if you just put in that daily grind and, you just keep going and you fall in love with Monday, I go to work, do this. At night, go to the gym, boom. Tuesday, same thing, go to the gym. You fall in love with the system. You fall in love with counting how much you're lifting, counting how much, adding weight to it. So you slowly build that muscle. And if you fall in love with the process instead of the results will come. And it's gonna be, the results are gonna come even longer than like a short-term reward. Like for years and years to come, if you build good habits now, then it's gonna reward you kind of indefinitely almost. Mm-hmm. So.
Wow. And so how do you fall in love with being on the doors if it's so hard?
I don't know. That's the hard part. Yeah.
There's good people out there.
There are.
Dude, there's a fly trying to get on this podcast right now.
He wants his 5 seconds of fame, and I think he's got it.
Dude, hold on. I'm
gonna name him Charlie or something.
I'm gonna go grab something to kill this dude.
Because I swear, like when we watch this over, you're gonna see all of us.
He already landed on my mic, landed on my head.
I was like looking. He was on Tommy's cup, and I'm like sitting there, like I wanted to hit it, but like imagine if I hit his coffee cup in the middle of the podcast.
I think he's gone.
He is right there on that cord.
Don't move. This is happening. Right? Don't move. Please.
Oh, he missed.
Well, hopefully he got scared and he won't come back.
If he comes back, I gotta kill him.
Stupid boy.
There's no shame. We just gotta make that little guy. I hope he's gone. We gotta keep that door closed.
Something.
Anyway, man, what a great book. Who's that by?
James Clear.
Cool, man.
Yeah. Good book.
Have you finished it?
No, I'm in the first chapter.
Oh, wow.
I've already gotten so much out of it.
Got a lot of sauce out of that, man.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's really good.
That is awesome.
Good book.
You guys been working out? Using
No.
that gym? No?
No, dude. I need to. I told myself when the semester starts, like,
He's back.
I told myself when the semester
Yeah,
starts,
right.
I'm gonna start going again. But now that I joined the basketball team, we're like required to work out and stuff. So
Oh, sweet. Who's the team? What's the lineup this year?
Wesley Carnes,
Mm-hmm.
he's just a shooter and he's shifty. He can move the ball. He's a good passer.
Nice.
David Goa, he can shoot the ball. He can get to the rim. We have a lot of freshmen, so I think there's only, let's say, me, Austin, one of my best friends, Austin Pace.
Why does
David,
Wesley sound so
Wesley.
familiar? I need to see a face, man.
I think there's only like 6, maybe 5 returning and then the rest are freshmen. So it's a young team for sure, but it's gonna be good. We got some
What position do you play? The four?
forward. Yeah,
Forward.
Yeah, I'm one of the taller guys. There's a guy that's 6'5". I'm 6'4". So
Who was the point guard last year that the whole team was like structure off of?
Braxton. Yeah,
Braxton. So he's out the picture. You guys are
He
taking
is.
a different approach.
Yeah.
Good.
Dude, he was I tell everyone this. Braxton Bosher was the best basketball player I will ever play with, I think.
Wow.
Like he was just
He was just that guy, or
He was
what?
humble. He was unselfish with the ball, but he could score whenever he wanted.
He was
to.
all around.
Yeah,
he was.
all around.
All around. He was so good. Yeah. Probably one of the best basketball players I'll ever play with. So.
He was fun to watch. I'm glad you guys did so well last year.
Dude, yeah. Good season last year. Yeah. It was fun.
Yeah, it comes down just like anything you're in, man. The guys you're around. I mean, you got to have someone to raise the bar. Because when he raised the standard of play, everybody. Gideon said it last podcast. High tides raise all ships. You can have guys that are like brand new that are just going to get better because they're around studs. You know, and again, that's what I'm shooting for to see all of you guys do here at this table and in this organization. I mean, you guys are 3 of 12 guys, so you only make up a quarter of the workload here. And if you guys can raise up that tide, it helps you, because if there's guys that rise up to your level, now you have to get that bar even higher in order to stand out or win that BMW out there. Whichever one comes first. Yeah, either of you guys got your eye on that thing out there?
I got my
I
eye
do.
on it.
Yeah?
I need a ride back home. I don't want to drive. I don't want to ride the train back. So yes, my eyes are on it for sure.
Oh man, that's so good. I really hope
that
we get
Beamer.
it. Dude, after a week like this, all you got to do is keep putting in that work.
Yeah, for sure.
I cannot wait to see who gets it, man. I know God already knows, but I'm praying it's somebody who can just not only benefit from it, but share the wealth, and it's just going to pass forward. He'll have his own car. He'll have his own car group. He could be a closer by the time he wins that car.
Wow.
Yeah,
You know,
that'd be crazy.
There's a lot of potential, you know, because you're not just getting the closes to get a car. I mean, you have to rise all around. You have to become a leader by example. You have to show not only that you're willing to put in the work, but you're willing to set a standard. And but don't like do it in a way of like, hey, everybody follow me. Look how I do things, you know.
Servant leadership.
Servant leadership. That's how it is.
Correct.
Yeah, and even a lot of guys that come in that it's really the ones who come in talking a lot about how well they will do that end up not doing as well. Because again, we're talking about that's being result driven. You want to come in and talk about not what you're going to do, rather I think more like ask what you should do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Always learning.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The guy who's the sponge, and me and Gideon were talking about it. Gideon believes that he can tell who the best is going to be by who asks him the most questions when they're off the doors. He really takes notice of guys, and he's off screen right now, but Daniel, this guy over here, I mean, he'll be up to 2 a.m. or when he's not on the doors, he's picking, Gideon's brain, my brain, even the new guys. He's asking everybody, like, what do you do? What do you do? What do you do? And he wants to know what everybody brings to the table so he could get as much opportunity to succeed as possible. That's a guy who will really just someone who will do better than anybody possibly could.
Yeah, he's just gonna soak it all up and then just spread it out to the doors once he gets to the hang of it. You know what I'm saying? It's just gonna come fluently too.
What's something that you guys have picked up that you've seen bring your game to the next level at all, even in this early stage or in the long term? Is there anything that kind of stood out to you that you can like actually pinpoint, like this is something I added to how I work or how I pitch or how I approach something that you got from someone else so far, like being here?
From being here, honestly, before I even came here, I honestly kind of practiced just like watching, the Iron Mill and like Jungle U, like people at the doors, and just seeing how they got their sets and how they're talking, their tonality, and the way they're pitching. I kind of just practiced that and kind of put it into my own thing. Because when I was here last year, I knew the pitch, but I wasn't really confident because I didn't really know too much about solar at that point, so I wasn't really confident in what I was proposing.
Get close to that mic.
Oh, to what I was proposing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But, to what I was proposing, didn't really know what I was all the information. But now that I got my reps in, after I left Jungle U last year, I did with another company, I got a couple sales and stuff like that. So when I came here now, I just used that to my advantage. So it's just like a whole different ball game to me now because I know what I'm talking about, and it's just like I'm honestly trying to. Last year, when I would get rejected, I would get mad. Now, when I get rejected, I laugh because
that's a good response.
Because it's like if you don't want the help, I'm not gonna sit here and pick teeth with you to help you. I'm gonna go help someone else that needs help because we are genuinely trying to help people. You know, they are getting these power companies are doing them bad. You know, so it's like. Yeah. If I believe in what I'm doing at the door, then I believe that they're going to believe me too. They're going to see it in my eyes. They're going to see it in the way I talk, and I'm confident. So it's just a whole different ball game this year for sure.
Yeah. Well, what was that journey? I didn't get to hear about the about your journey to freedom forever. I was saving it for the pod. And before we go any further, bro, let's lift
oh yeah,
a little bit.
Gotcha.
So you can hang it right there.
Right there. Gotcha.
Yeah, I want to be able to hear your
I got
voice
you.
full. Oh, he's back. Clarence is back.
Okay.
The fly.
Oh.
Or Charlie. We seen him?
Yeah, he's right here,
He's
right in
there.
my face. I don't know what he's trying to say. What's up? Ooh, don't.
I gotta get him right now.
All right, get him.
Get the mic.
Oh,
Did I get?
I got him. He's right
dead.
there. He's right
Let's
there.
go,
He's
dude.
right there. Make sure he's dead. Make sure he's dead. Oh, he's doing something.
Dancing on with his fingertips.
That's
Yeah, he's dead.
That is A-Town stomp.
Oh man,
Stockton slut. No.
he did Stockton slap him,
That
man.
was crazy.
My brother from Stockton.
But I mean, just in that journey, you know, like the thing is that made it different for me. It's like the Jungle U culture for sure. That it's unbeatable. That's one thing I can say. It's unbeatable. So like when I went to another company, I kind of brought that culture with me, and it kind of like made me like feel more confident about myself because like I knew I was around studs at Jungle U, so I knew I got the salt. Like I knew like I like was a sponge and I absorbed as much knowledge and stuff like that as much as I could. What happened? The mic or what?
I can't stop thinking about you walking that fly. I'm totally locked into what you're saying. But no, that confidence from Jungle U.
Yeah.
Tell me, like, how did you find this job? Like, did you go apply for it? And then when you're saying you brought the confidence, so you're saying the office atmosphere was different? Or
way different.
Tell me about it. Start me from ground zero.
The way they got a hold of me was it was really through Indeed. They just found my resume and stuff like that, and kind of just went from there. But I mean, the correlation there is just like, honestly, it was a small office like how we have here at Iron Mill.
Like our size?
A little bit bigger, maybe like 20, 22 people.
Oh, we're not far from it.
Yeah, not far at all.
You guys are like 3 more amazing close weeks from having 2 recruits yourself, and we're there.
Right, that part. And it's like, that it was like the correlation, you know, like how we clap and it was like, you know, good morning slappers, like, you know, getting everybody hyped up, you know, like that's a really big thing, like to get onto the doors, you know, like, cause like it just it fills the room with energy, you know. Mm-hmm. Their correlation was very just like an office meeting, you know, and it's just like sitting there kind of just going over like, you know, stats and stuff like that, but like no motivation, like no, like,
Probably felt like a lecture.
I mean, if you didn't do good, yeah, kinda, you know, it's just like bringing up all the bad stuff, you know, and it's just like, even if you did get a good close, like, you know, everybody's just like, and then like that was it, you know what I'm saying? But like, you know, here you get like, you know, you get like incentives, you know, like you get you know, like when I got my 3 sets, you get $100. Like there's just things that motivate you, like in certain ways, like, you know, it's competition. There is no competition in other offices, like. There's no office like Jungle U in the Iron Mill. That's for sure. I could say that with confidence.
Man, thank you, man. That's a high compliment. And dude, being honest with you, man, as a setter as I've had no one like you, bro. You were someone who from, again, last year when you came, I've never had someone like leave in such like where I've had guys leave, and when they leave, I'm like, you know what? He fell off. Like he got lazy, or he got complacent, or, you know, he got like some guys they do really, really well, you know, and then they fall off, and then they blame everybody else for falling off, and then they eat themselves up like a cancer.
Right.
You were trying 110% of the time, and it was that confidence that just wasn't clicking. You know, the confidence wasn't clicking. But I remember when you left, bro. I mean, dude, I felt like my heart sank because it was something like that. That's why we left on a term of like, I hope that if God ever allows it, that we can meet again and do this one more time.
Right.
We said that on the way out. I'm not even kidding. Like when we had to go home, we hugged it out. I think tears were shed that night. I remember, and you were just like, Thomas, thank you so much. I was like, Trevor, thank you. And it's like, we were good. Like we were good, man. And it was just like, there was like a quota for the thing. It was like there's nothing I could do. Like I couldn't even support him staying. That was, I don't even blame you guys. That was Legacy, the installer at the time. We weren't getting paid, but aside from that, man, you were always in the back of my head as the one rep that I felt like I failed. Like I couldn't ever like point like Trevor did this wrong or Trevor did this right here. Like you always showed up when you needed to. You were always giving it your all, but it just didn't happen. And it's always like we know that's possible to happen.
It is,
you know, but we don't want to believe that will happen. We want to believe that if you put in the input, it will always give output.
Right.
Yeah. And that's why I know it was God who brought you back, because when you hit me up and it was Trevor that said, "Hey, you know, let's come back," I was like, I knew it. It's happening. Trevor's coming back, and you were at the top of my list, man.
Yeah, and then instantly, like it just happened, like in tenfold too, because it was like he brought that up, and then he was like, "Yeah, like we're trying to get like housing," and then literally like the next day, Vic and Will like was like, "Yeah, like like find an apartment," and then like 3 weeks later, boom, got the apartment, and then it was like a week later, I'm here, and like one thing you did say, like when I left last year, like. I remember I had texted Will and Vic because, they're managers and stuff like that. I remember I texted them, and I remember they told me that, they knew my work ethic, and they told me I could come back if I found my whys. And, it might have took me a year, but, I found my whys, and it's like now it's like a whole different story now. So it's like,
wow.
Everything just happened. I believe God, like everything happens for a reason,
Amen. I believe so too. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm so glad we get to see it from the other side, because I mean, a year ago it seemed hopeless.
Yeah,
a lot of guys, we lost our whole team. It was a smaller team, but yeah, I think everybody had their whys a little off. That's a big deal, man. That's a big deal to have your head grounded where you need to go, and just it really comes down to who we surround ourselves with.
Most definitely.
I think not only do we have a group of 12 guys, but it is 12 guys who are, quality over quantity, if I could ever say that more than anything. Every single guy on this team, I know heart to heart is in it all the way. And I have no doubt. And I think that gives everybody confidence, that when you look left and right, every brother around you is all in with you. You don't have to worry about a guy who's only he's only halfway trying.
Yeah, that's one thing I was saying last night. I was mentioning it to Damien when we were on the team last year, like, I remember like when like Will and Vic or like you would like look at canvas and stuff like that, like dudes like weren't walking or like this and that, and it's like when I look on the Life 360, like just to see, like, man, you see every single person. You see, at one point I got confused. I was walking and it had a bicycle. I was like, am I walking that fast?
You did. I saw the bicycle.
I was like, I hope they don't think I hopped on a bike. To see Trevor just on a bike.
That's funny, man. I seen that, man. That's true.
I was tripping. I was like, why? I was like, I'm gonna slow down a little bit. I guess I'm power walking over here. They think I'm just like on a bicycle.
I'm not even gonna lie. I was checking Life 360. We picked you up. Me and Luke were on our way to pick you up, and I called you and I'm like, hey, we're here. He's like, all right, I'm on the other side up front or whatever. I look at Life 360 and I was like, he's on a bike? Yeah, it said he was on a bike. I was like, what?
You're like, it's not gonna fit in Luke's car. I actually thought that.
I was like, if he's really on a bike, he's cooked.
He's like, my little Ford Focus is not fitting nothing in there, bro.
And you guys feel that focus. It's hard, man. It just shift. Oh, man. Trying to get into gear.
Wow. That Ford Focus is grinding as hard as that's on the doors right now.
Oh, man. You guys cracking me up, man. If you're on a Segway even, it'll say you're in a car. I mean, that Life 360 tracks when you're on your phone in the... That's crazy. From here, okay, I gotta really get here.
Yeah.
But that Life 360, it tracks if you're on your phone in the car while you're driving. If you had a hard break, it's a cool little app. But man, that's great that you're checking it. I think everybody should be able to check it and see everybody's in their place, everybody's working, and that's called accountability.
Yeah.
I also see it a red flag if anybody that joins and we have apps like that and they're like, I don't want to give my location. I don't want to, share it like that, and it's like. Okay, what is there to hide? Like, what's wrong? Yeah. God can see where you're at all times, right? So,
you're sharing his location with him, so
yeah. Like, what's wrong?
Can I pivot off of the point you guys made with the when you look around, it kind of affects everybody.
We gotta get close.
Yeah, sorry. When you look around, it kind of affects everybody. I think of last semester how some of us were kind of losing that drive. Maybe it was wise, maybe it was just circumstances, but that made a big difference because you look at that person and you feed off the energy. I talked about viruses. I asked you, I was like, do we have any viruses? He's like, no, man, this one guy already left. I think everybody else is just, like you said, it's just contagious, and we're all just growing together.
Yeah.
At this
Yeah.
peak.
It's good that you can actually notice a virus like when it's there. Like
Yeah.
you can feel it in the air. Like
Absolutely.
there's somebody here. They're either putting on a front about it, or you can just feel it. And it's not that we want them kick them out. It ain't
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that. You know, we're gonna do everything we can to lift them up, but
Mhm.
it has a huge effect on everybody.
It does.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that you can almost lose it quicker than you build something. Like, just like it takes a long time to build Legos and a tower,
Yeah.
but you can break it all down in one punch, one push.
Yeah.
Yeah, same thing
Very
with the
vulnerable.
team. Yeah.
Whew.
Everybody's got to be on guard for their own mindset and on guard on who you allow to influence you.
Absolutely.
That's why we
that's a
can't
good
just let
point.
anybody in this job,
Mhm.
you know, for their own good too. I don't want someone to come in here and then leave an absolute wreck. You know, you want someone to come in here and be built. But yeah, that makes a big difference. I remember you asking that because, I mean, it takes experience to know. I think you even asked we talked the similar thing. Like anybody who's been on a solar team or a sales team and, you know, has had to either leave or has seen good and bad. Everybody knows that what started the bad was one or two guys that became cancers, and they literally, to compensate for either the guilt or, you know, whatever it is, they seek to bring other people down with them, and it'll crumble a team.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's deep. I don't want to like linger on it too long. It'll get awkward because I'm thinking in too many specifics. But
Right.
No, we're not putting any names. I'm just saying,
Yeah.
like, it happens to every team.
It does.
But just the spirit we have right now, I love it.
I
don't
love
think
it too.
Yeah, they can't survive here.
Yeah, these
they're gonna morph with us. You know,
We're gonna smell them.
Yeah.
I can't wait for Dan. Oh my goodness, Daniel said something so funny too. I keep bringing you up, bro, and you're off screen. The man behind the scenes right now. But this dude, he was saying
He'll be
he's
on
trying
the
to
scene
find.
soon.
Yeah, he's trying to find a godly woman in his life, just like we're
Amen.
trying to find like godly young men to work for us. And he says, he said, all I got to do to keep the ungodly women away is when they say, hey, what do you like to do? He's like, I like to read the Bible. He said they all stay away from him. He said,
did say that.
They'll all stay away from you if you say that. All the bad ones. So
There you go.
That's right.
That's,
That's
foolproof. Yeah.
that's what I love about this team is that we all started like, you know, just talking about work and being positive, but the more we get momentum and the more positivity, the more glory God gets, and the more everyone's like, well, let's go to church together. You know, let's make sure we're praying more often together.
Amen.
Let's make sure we're sharing the Bible more together. That's iron sharpens iron,
And that's one thing that I liked about what Daniel, bringing him up again, that he had brought up the other day about a prayer group. You know, when before we go out and hit the doors, like we all say a prayer together. You know, like, you know, it's just always just keeping the faith like within the group. I think it's just like I'm even like when I'm out on the doors, like before I go like knock on the door, like, and I got that feeling, like I always just pray now. Like I never did that, you know, but like now I just do it all the time. And I just like, you know, even if it's not a set, like I still give you all the glory and just like,
Absolutely.
and like, just thank you for the opportunity just to let me get my full pitch out, another rep in, you know? And it's like, it wasn't meant to be, you know, but like, yeah, it's just a great feeling, man.
Yeah.
It's good. It's just, iron
It's
sharpens iron. We're just going to go for it right now.
Amen. Yeah, I mean, how long we been going so far? Can you see the time on there? We've been going a good little time, but I don't even know how to see. Yeah, just leave it. But no, we're building some good momentum.
How long you guys been recording?
I don't know. That's what I was trying to see. No, we're good. We're good. We've only been in, I think, 40 minutes, but
Okay.
I'm only thinking about it because we got a team dinner tonight. I want to make sure you guys get there in time. Oh, it's only coming on 4.
And
We're good.
that makes me happy that, like, you know, everybody at this table was a part of like the incentive of us getting that team dinner tonight. You know, like, like, you know, like it just always makes you feel like a little bit more like a little bit more better. You know, even like because you did it for the team as well. It's not just for yourself. You know, it's not about you just eating Tokyo steak. It's about like all of us as a team eating Tokyo steak as a group. You know, like it's, you know, good times, man. It's just.
And we're not paying for it. No.
Thank you, Buckland.
Yeah, shout out
Dr.
Chris Buckland. I think he's actually going to come visit us next week because they got a break.
Nice.
Can't wait for that. He'll be on this podcast next.
Cool.
Nice.
So I'm excited for y'all to meet him.
Yeah, I was telling Zach here, I was like, yeah, you'll meet him. He's a solid guy.
Yeah.
Never met.
Has a lot on his plate, too.
Dude, I want to go see the Fantasy Factory.
Is that a new one?
Yeah, I want to go see it bad, bro.
Are we talking about the one in Riverside or Santa Ana?
Whichever. The one I seen in video, you were shooting threes.
Oh, yeah. That's
Like
in Riverside. Yeah, I own that court. I was playing. Don't let Ike and Jensen hear this. But no, I love that court. We played hours and hours basketball. That's actually where me and Gideon kind of drew close together because we were having slump with our team, and me and Gideon were just getting together, and we were just like, there's a lack of brotherhood on our team. That's really where we started first, at least where I first started telling him I want to make a team where I focus on a godly brotherhood, not just focusing on money. And I just said straight up, I was like, let's just start doing, after the doors on Wednesday nights, let's start doing basketball games with our team. And a basketball game and a training. And I just started putting it on with Gideon, and, the whole team would come through, like 10, sometimes 15 guys, and our pastor would come through too. And then we'd play basketball. I would do 3-on-3 or 4-on-4 tournament real quick. And then, oh, dude, it was just such a good time. Just when guys play sports together, that's where you have to be using teamwork. It's where you see someone's true colors as a man come out. Like you see, how do people act under pressure? Ooh. Yeah, that's why I love sports, man. You get to really see.
You see who's competitive too, like who's got that drive too.
Yeah, yeah. Confidence under pressure is big. You already know it. Yeah,
Everything's a challenge. Everything.
I'll never forget. We're in Moreno Valley. We're at 24. We're at 24-hour fitness, and it was our old group of guys. And we went to go hoop. So we used to wake up in the morning and go work out, and we were like, for our warm up, we're gonna hoop. We ended up playing a 5-on-5, and we played like these guys that are like really, really good. Like, and me and Tommy were probably like the only ones on the team that really like actually played basketball and like really don't got much size to us height wise,
True.
And we're playing like tall people, people like your size, and we were getting like, they were doing this in for a minute, and I'll never forget, this dude was talking trash to Tommy. He went to go drive the basket, and I've never seen Tommy jump so high in my life. And snatched the ball out of the city, like threw the ball. I was like, yeah, that's my player.
That was bad.
That was like the real competition came out of it. I was like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
I literally jumped, snatched, and threw it out of him.
Like he didn't even swat it. Like he jumped over him and grabbed the ball off. Like when he was going up for a layup, like Tommy was just already right there, like just taking it like a Dragon Ball Z character, just like. Oh
man, we gotta hoop again, man.
Yeah, for sure,
dude. Get some shots up.
Yeah, because he said he is too. Yeah, we got a big man. We got a big man too.
We should do it.
Yeah,
fun.
They didn't let you guys do the
collegians.
Yeah, dude.
I wasn't gonna play at first, and I was looking forward to like playing collegiate ball and stuff, but there's nothing like a college game, The electricity, bro. Like
everybody's
energy
there
in the room, dude. It's so hype. Like my sophomore year, I started for the first time at a college game, dude. It was just electrifying. Like there's nothing like it. And I feel like I put too much pressure on myself sometimes with that. It's just, but it's so hype. Like you get a group of guys, you get hype, you just go. It's just awesome,
dude. It's like pretend war. That's what sports is. It's like, dude, we're really going to war.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't get to go to battles here in a free country, so we just play games and just go at it.
Exactly.
You're not my friend on the court.
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah.
You're not on my team. We're not. It's like after the game's over, they're like, "Good game, buddy." The whole time we're playing, though, like, lock it in.
Oh man, we're definitely playing tonight. Yeah. That's it, man. You got me going. Oh, it's been a cool minute since we've hooped. You might have to pull up. You boys might have to pull up tonight after church. Maybe. Seriously, there's this court, Paul. This park behind us, Paul George put up. Did you guys know that?
Oh yeah, I saw it. Where we disc golfed the other week.
No, not where we disc golf. This one
I saw
right.
Paul George court, like a basketball court.
No, it's this one right here. That was a different one. Maybe he's done two. Maybe two. But this one has Paul George logo on it and got, like, the 2K Park, the paint on the
blacktop.
On the blacktop.
Oh yeah.
It's got that. Really? It was from like 2K. I don't know what year.
That's pretty cool.
What? I'm trying to see that.
It must have been 19.
Does it actually have like 2K in the year on it?
Let's go.
It has 2K on it.
Let's go.
You guys want to see it?
Was that the one where Paul George was on the cover? 2K19, I think, right?
Yeah. 2K19. It was this part.
Yeah, that's cool.
He redid all the blacktop. Paul George grew up in this city.
Wow.
I did not know that.
That's crazy.
That high school
every day.
Yeah, that high school, Knights High School over there.
Oh yeah, the big one.
Yep, that's his. That was his high school. He grew up. So yeah, we should definitely hoop here. I see a lot of good games going on. We should just build a squad of 5 and just, hey, where's the community?
That'd be tough.
Come over here, get balled up, get the gospel.
Yo, I got first day of conditioning tomorrow for the team, so
oh yeah,
maybe rest up. I don't know.
Yeah, you think we're gonna wear you out?
Yeah, maybe.
Oh,
I'm fat right now, bro. I'm. It's bad. It's
Bro,
bad.
I'm almost 30. I'm gonna be out of breath after like the second shot. I'm like, time to get him. I got D.
How do you do that? The wheeze.
No, but I'm like 270 right now. My freshman year I was like 220.
You're 270
I'm
right now.
270.
Really?
I'm fat right now. I'm almost 300.
Well, you're 6'4". I mean,
Yeah.
give yourself a break.
I
Yeah.
could afford to lose some weight. I like healthy weight for me is like 230 probably. I could afford 40 pounds.
Where does the weight go for you? Is it in your legs?
My legs,
Yeah?
my legs and my gut. That's where it goes.
I don't see it in the gut yet. So you got you can slim down while you
I've
still
still,
can.
even being here, just being out indoors, I've lost just sweating and stuff.
Oh yeah.
I've lost weight.
Oh, yeah, you're burning calories.
Yeah.
For sure.
Especially in this hot. Oh my God, it's
Well,
so
you're
hot
riding
out here.
bikes. They don't count for you.
Yeah, I'm sweating more. It's not electric. It's manual. I'll be pushing that bike. Got me messed up right now. Be working
sir.
hard. Hey, imagine pulling up to the door on a bicycle, like with the helmet on, a good old Huffy.
Well, they do that with the Segways. I mean,
Dude,
dude,
that's tight though. That's convenient.
whatever you can get, not only to get there quick, but if you can break preoccupation. I see Gideon do. He goes, "Hey, how you like my ride?" Or like Luke does the same thing. How you like my ride? Yeah, you guys should try it.
Just breaks the ice. Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, and I mean, you're just kind of standing on it, leaning. So,
Mhm.
yeah, maybe make an investment. I mean, let's see. You got a 3.
I'm not getting a Segway. I'm sorry.
No, why
No.
not?
He's
Because I like my 2 feet.
He's paying his bill.
Hey, that's what's up. They're only
And
a
you
couple
get to
hundred.
like stalk your turf. You just have that
No.
like slow strut. You're like,
It's
Dude,
true.
but I've noticed
Yeah,
like
that's true.
my turf wasn't like huge. By the time the sun went down, I was just looking for life, and I think I covered my turf like maybe 3 or 4 times one
Yeah.
night, just walking around. Because I walk pretty fast, but at the same time, it'd be nice to. I feel like a Segway would come in handy.
oh,
So
absolutely.
it conserves energy first of all, and then you cover more ground faster, and you can see stuff. The only downside, I think you talked about it, is like you miss opportunities sometimes to see people. So
I see that a lot when guys first get Segways. They just move too fast.
Yeah.
They got to slow down.
yeah,
Yeah, pros and cons to everything.
For sure.
But yeah, these new turfs we're on, they got a lot of hills involved. So
And I'm not from out here, so like these streets are confusing me. Like
Yeah.
these like 30th Street East, and this is that, and then I run into like 31st Street East. I'm thinking it's the last street. Dude, yesterday I'm not gonna lie, bro. Look, I was walking right, and my phone. I don't really got like a great phone like that, so the NZ is like a little slow. So like I stopped looking at it. Right, I stopped looking at it for a second. Hey, tell me why I'm walking and like there's no life. And then, like, I know where I seen, like, 34th East. And I'm like, okay, where am I? I looked on the turf. I'm in somebody else. I was, like, in somebody else's turf. I was like,
Oh, man.
oh, I got to turn around and march all the way back. And then I was already going downhill, so the march back was all uphill. And I was just
Oh,
I
no.
was like, oh, God.
man, that stinks.
Yeah, uphill and wind. I remember having turfs like this. Uphill and wind is.
hold on.
Ah.
Use that charger right there in the wall. Ain't there a charger in the wall? Yeah. Isn't it a Type C? We'll plug in the laptop.
No, that's not a Type C.
That needs an iPhone charger? You positive? That's a Type C, bro.
That's a Type
Yeah, that's
Plug that in. Just making
That's
sure.
on my
you don't die.
laptop, not.
His laptop one's not a Type C.
That's what I was looking for.
That's
Yeah.
That's a
it.
Type C.
There you
Making
go.
sure it don't die. Yes, sir. Yeah, so not getting other guys' turfs. That's kind of tough. You guys got pretty big turfs, though.
No, they are
Yeah.
big. That's why I was like, why I rolled my eyes, because like I was how long was I walking to get into somebody else's turf? Like I was about to like go knock on the door, and I was like, I went to NZ to like get the name of the homeowner, and then like it was like my turf is yellow or my turf is blue, and I was like, I looked at the homeowner, it was yellow, and I was like, oh, well, all right, I can't hit this one. Well, turn around, like walk of shame all the way back to my turf.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Well, guys, I'm really excited for this next week, and I'm excited for all your paychecks. I'm just gonna shout y'all out. We got the king of the week. You are the top dog this week, boy.
Sir, Luke.
Yeah.
Praise God, man.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
I mean, and I'm just for those out there who wondering about the opportunity. You got your first one. Do you remember the size? Was it a 4 or 5?
I think it was like a 6 kilowatt.
Are you positive?
7 point.
Dude, I wish I got an iPad. I'm sorry, I got a MacBook. Let me just triple check real quick. You got one, and I wanna get your guys' commission totals.
Gideon closed that one. So Gideon, he's starting to do our closes now, which is really cool.
Yep, it's a team effort. So I'm just working it out, doing the overflow.
Yeah.
Day by day, just kind of making sure everybody gets a chance. Okay, let's see this. You had Luke Johnson. You had a 4.2. A 4.2. So you're 4.2. That is $1,500 in commission. And your 10.295 is $3K in commission. And then you got another, what was it? 8.9. What is it? Do you
I have no idea.
It was over 8 though.
Sheesh.
I'm 100% sure it was over an
So
8.
that's
Another 3K. So
7,500 in commission.
3, 6, yeah. 7,500 in commission. What's that divided by 2? Do we know?
3750.
3750. Wow, great math.
Jeez.
Good
Yeah,
math.
$3,750 in commission, and for top dog, you get a $500 bonus. So, looking forward next week,
Wow.
man. Yeah, that's over $4,000 in a week, man.
That's what people make in 2 months. sometimes.
Literally,
That's insane.
Working
2 months.
working hard hours too.
Yeah.
hard hours. I mean, you guys are coming out of a full day of school, hopping on the doors at 3:00, leaving before 6:30 to get homework done, and you're
Yeah.
still walking away like that.
That's insane, dude.
It's
That's,
inspiring.
that's God, bro.
That's
Amen.
God.
Yeah.
God
It's
showed up
providing.
this week.
Yeah.
Yep.
God did.
Yes, sir. And then we got 3K, so you're gonna have 1,500, and then we got, what was yours?
Mine was a 4.7, so 15.
The 1,500, 750 on the way, and he earned himself. I think he got like $200 out of me throughout the week, just getting sets.
Oh, the hat trick.
Yeah, I got the hat trick
Oh,
and
yeah.
first blood. So got
Nice.
100.
Did you get last blood too that one time?
No, I was trying though. I was hunting.
Yeah, in the chat he goes, "Don't let me get first and last blood."
Yeah, because I'm trying to send the motivation, you know.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well,
Get
that's
those badges.
Yeah, that's what I think is really needed, is that like you were talking about enjoying the process.
Mm.
I think part of enjoying the process is that everybody has goals and has things that they're trying to do while they're on the job. And so I found First Blood and Last Kill. Shout out to Andrew Fuller. He recommended that in a closer chat, and that's just been awesome. So at least, you can get something out of a set, and then a hat trick, if you're putting in that much work, you deserve a little something, So yeah, let's just keep grinding this week. I'm happy for you guys, and I'm excited. The future is bright, man.
Yes, it is.
Week two under our belts.
Let's
Yeah.
get it.
Well,
Let's get it going.
Awesome.
All right.
Yes, sir.
All right.
All right. I'm signing out. Trevor, Zach, Luke, pleasure having you guys.
Good
Yes,
to
sir.
hear.
All right. Goodbye, everybody.